FlurrySports will save your day. Cracking jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah!
Hello, welcome back to the FlurrySports podcast, the finale of summer, and we will be back in not too long. Don't you worry.
No.
If you really truly miss us on, I'm not sure if it's determined yet, I guess, either Saturday or Sunday, we will be live streaming us watching SummerSlam, and it will be on the night where Brock Lesnar is fighting. We assume that's Saturday. Is that correct?
It is Saturday, confirmed.
Okay, perfect. So this is the final episode of our summer season, but on Saturday you'll get plenty of us. I can only imagine that'll be a 3 to 4 hour live streaming. There will be tears. There will be blood, but not by who you expect. There will be all kinds of shenanigans of us watching SummerSlam night 1. And if it's just too damn good, maybe we'll come back for night 2. We will see, though. Maybe we'll go night 2 if it's that good. If night 1's that good, I mean, maybe it's next door. We could basically see it outside our house. Shout out Sarah Palin. Remember that quote?
That is such a good quote. Good callback. That is right up there with now watch this drive.
I mean, that's one of my favorite clips of all time. It's unbelievable.
We've said this on the show before. I just can't remember your answer. Is that better than him dodging shoes?
They're both very funny. I think so. It's just there's just so much going on in that clip.
I'm partial to the shoe clip because I like the look on his face when he dodges the first one.
He's impressed with himself.
He's like, well, gotta be quicker than that. And then the second one comes. He's not ready.
I understand a lot of people then and still dislike George W. But boy, was he a fucking funny president. And still, shout out UFC, Bruce Buffer. But like him high off his ass and whatever the hell that was months ago or whatever at the White House or something. That was incredible. Just giggling to himself. I mean, it's kind of what we need, right? But anyway, so we will be live on Saturday for SummerSlam, and then we will be back on the week before the season starts, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll be back on that weird bye week.
The week of the 10th, I believe.
Week of the 10th?
Nope, week of the 3rd is the season before it starts, I guess.
Yes. So the first game of the season, I believe, is the 9th. So we'll be back on Tuesday, September 1st. How about that? How easy is that? That's when we will be back.
Looking at a calendar of August did not help me. So great.
It does make it tougher. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm in the first.
I mean,
see you there.
How easy is that? Doesn't get easier. We have to do it that way.
And we're going to talk storylines today, Zach. Storyline number 1. Write it down, people. The 9th's a fucking Wednesday. We're starting.
Yeah. It's international, which is the excuse and doesn't really answer the question of why. But that is the reason why it's a Wednesday. So we got Wednesday. I believe we got Thursday right away. I imagine we do. And then we're off. There's gotta be several Wednesday night games this year.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule now. NFL does this. I don't give a shit about your preseason. Okay, come on. Always makes me look great. Arizona's playing Carolina. Can't wait to watch that Hall of Fame game. Okay. Yeah. Wednesday, then Thursday. Yeah. Patriots Seahawks rematch. International. And then Thursday is San Fran LA Rams. Great. And then Sunday. I'm looking through to see if there's other Wednesdays listed, but that's the week 1 update.
I know Rams and San Francisco's international because Kyle Shanahan just got in a car crash and suffered a concussion. Yeah. Everyone's speculating that he will not be able to fly with a concussion. Yeah. And I'm going to let you know he will. Don't you worry. He'll be there.
He might fly the plane with the concussion. Yeah.
First off, that's not going to stop him. Second off, I'm not even sure if that's a thing. And third off, if that was even a risk, he would be on a shipping He would be on a ship right now on the way over to Australia in order to get there. Like, he's not missing that game. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Also, the opening Wednesday game in Seattle, the Thursday game's in Melbourne. So the Wednesday game's domestic.
Is it? That's weird. Okay.
Very weird. We just wanted it first. We like had to sneak it in before the international game. I don't know, but that's what's up. It's in Seattle on Wednesday the 9th.
Now, I will never say this, so I'm speaking on behalf of some people, but we are quickly approaching too much NFL football. We're getting close. We're teetering the line right now.
We are approaching. I accidentally missed an NFL game, which used to be impossible. But there's going to be people who don't watch that opener because it's on a fucking Wednesday.
What channel is it on?
NBC.
Okay. If they were like Wednesday on Netflix, people would riot.
I didn't look close enough. Maybe it is Peacock only. I didn't look that close, but yeah. And then we got the Wednesday of Thanksgiving.
Of course.
So for sure, 2 Wednesday games. Yeah, a tradition as old as time itself. And then let me see if we have any for the Christmas season.
Yeah, Christmas is on a Friday this year, so it might just be Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, looks normal. And then obviously week 18 is the TBD schedule, so who the hell knows when they're airing those. But
remember during COVID they had to reschedule a game, and I think that was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, just so much. By the way, I would love a Wednesday night game instead of a Thursday night game.
Yeah, 100%. That's not even obviously like in terms of the football schedule from like a team standpoint, not doable. But for me, I would love that because I would like to watch college football on Thursday.
Yes, and obviously it's brutal, maybe even impossible on the front end because it's like, okay, you have to play Wednesday 4 days after you just played, but then you get almost 2 buys, week and a half off.
True. And honestly, we could probably fit in a second game if we wanted to do a double header on like a Sunday. Like if the Packers play an 8 a.m. and then like a Sunday night football game, we could probably work that out. We could probably get that up to like a 22, 25 game schedule.
You know who they should hire? That old couple that used to make all the the baseball schedules before baseball, laid them off.
That's right.
Yeah.
How could they? That's the worst thing AI has done.
The first 2 job losses of AI.
Yeah. They hate AI. They can't stand ChatGPT or Claude.
No.
Anyone named Claude at this point.
They seem quite hateful. Anecdotally. But yeah, Zach, let's jump into it then. You want to start storylines today for NFL, but we've also got loser draft coming up this episode.
Yes. Why wait? We were going to do the Oreo thing, and you know what? We were going to save that for a rainy day because people need more time to brainstorm to really get the right formula for what the FlurrySports Oreo is going to be. So we need to do the fan favorite loser draft. And like we did last season, every single week we will be doing our storylines. So just a reminder from what we had last year, since it feels like a lifetime ago. Remember Mike Tomlin walking on the beach to get Aaron Rodgers. Mike Tomlin no longer employed.
Yeah.
We had Jalen Carter spinning in week 1. That feels crazy. Taylor Swift and Kelsey got engaged last preseason. They're already married. There's so much going on. There's a tie in week 4. That's crazy. Ravens were dead. I believe they came back to life at one point. Remember Mark Sanchez getting stabbed? Then we found out he was the one at fault. That was a crazy story.
Yeah. Oh, and I just remembered Tucker Kraft takes off. Oh yeah. That week where the tight ends just went fucking nuts. Yeah,
they all went ballistic. Remember Trump was in a booth? He cut a promo. Then there's another spitting incident, and Jamar Chase is at fault. He was a liar. Worst thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
Phil, this doesn't feel real. I don't remember this at all. Phillip Rivers came back.
He did. You don't remember that?
No.
Very much so. Yeah.
No. I was shadowed by Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, that was highlight of the season for me.
The Ravens, by the way, not quite dead yet in week 17. Remember, they almost made it in. They had like one Week 18, they had a chance to make it.
Yeah.
Because Derrick Henry arguably should have won MVP last year.
Sure. I think you could have said that several years.
Every year. Yeah, correct.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. But that's last year. And what the NFL's so good at is giving. So all gone. And now we need to come up with the two biggest stories for the offseason. When we come back, we'll do the preseason. But I think the biggest story of the offseason, without a doubt, has to be the Vrabel and Diana Rossini fiasco, cheating scandal, right?
Yeah. I think it's a clear one too for two biggest like off-season stories. I think that's clear one.
Yep.
And then I think it's I keep wanting to say Khalil Mack. That's not correct. Myles Garrett.
See, I think we'll have an argument here. Myles Garrett getting traded is big, but I feel like that fizzled out. And maybe it's just because this other one has been strung along for so long. But this Brandon Ayuk situation feels crazy.
I mean, I think it's crazier. I just think in terms of storylines, I think the Myles Garrett one is like more mainstream, but like I don't know how many people know full details about the Ayuk thing, but I guess that's kind of what makes it so nuts.
It just
what
keeps
the fuck's happening
every week. There's something brand new.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think those are the contenders. I can't really think of.
Well, and also, I would argue Aaron Donald potentially coming back was a bigger story than Myles Garrett getting traded.
Well, I guess that's the combination of it, right? I don't think Donald comes back without Garrett. But
I think Garrett's an afterthought at this point.
I don't know. Is he? Donald's not even on the team.
I know, but nobody cares. Like everyone's like, yes, the Rams got him. Yes, the Rams are very good. But can you imagine if Aaron Donald comes back? Like the conversation is not about Garrett whatsoever.
I mean, for sure. But I think that changes once Donald is on the team or not. Just because, like, I think we're talking about Donald more because it's unknown. I hear the point. I just don't know if that many people know about the Ayuk thing.
Maybe not. I would bet if Aaron Donald signs back, at least half of the questions to Myles Garrett will be about getting to play with Aaron Donald. And no one's going to ask Aaron Donald about getting to play with Myles Garrett.
I mean, I was debating calling it the Aaron Donald Myles Garrett piece, but I think the Rams acquisition of Garrett that's led to Donald would be my second nominee. If you want to say it's Aaron Donald returning to football because Myles Garrett is there, that's fine. If it's Donald is the lead, I still think that combination is probably the next biggest headline. I mean, Rodgers announcing, the
whole Tomlin thing was very, very big.
Yeah.
Tomlin gone, McCarthy in.
Yeah.
Is there anything from the draft we're missing? Pavia.
Yeah.
Dropped, then he got signed, then he just got cut. Like, it wasn't huge. It wasn't like a Shadur drop.
Yeah, I don't think that was as big. I totally agree. I mean, Mendoza just going first, but I don't, that was expected, but like just the biggest news. I'm trying to think of any other trades or any other just like big. I feel like we're missing an obvious one. I do feel like there's one we're not thinking about. Jackson Dart was in the news a lot, but I don't think he's like the top headline.
Was there an NFL player who did anything significantly wrong? That's kind of where I'm at right now. I feel like something happened and I can't think of it.
I mean, the Ayuk thing is crazy, right? But not necessarily anything wrong. There's something. There is something.
I don't know what it is. There's something.
Let's do Ayuk. Let's do Ayuk for now, because to your point about storylines, it's more of a storyline than just a trade. So
true.
And like that's not done. To your point about the Rams thing kind of being settled.
Yeah. Brandon Ayuk trying to force his way out of the 49ers so extremely that he's forcing his way out of the NFL and he doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
Like he just does not comprehend what he's doing the entire time.
No, and like he's like being openly blackballed, which is interesting. Just like so weird.
Weird. What's that mean?
Yeah, what does that ever happen to Google Sheets? Whoa! Oh, not enough storage. Tick,
What's
tick,
going
dude.
on? Okay.
As Zach figures that out. Yeah, I think those I also like that because for preseason, as we start to get a little predictive of like what the storylines are before the season starts. One I was going to suggest was Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett in LA because Donald's not wrapped up yet. When does he join? Does he join? Everyone's acting like it's going to happen. I'm just so confused why it hasn't yet.
I know. It feels like he's just not going to want to go through training camp, right?
Yeah, but don't you think we'd have? Maybe not. I just feel like it's weird we don't have more confirmation that that's exactly what's happening. But maybe we wouldn't because if you confirm that, then he's dodging, and I don't know if that's allowed.
Right. If he's technically on the team, he has to be there. So it's probably just a weird. I mean, it's not a loophole. It's just he's not on the team. Everyone's done this. So I'm guessing that's what it is. But I'm not 100% sure. Also not 100% sure about is my storage. Let's see if this did it. I just deleted a bunch of things that I may or may not need. Storage is full. Okay. Fantastic. No, it's not.
Nice.
Okay. Whatever. That's very weird. I don't understand what's going on. It's okay. So again, Brandon Ayuk forcing his way out of the NFL. Great. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in the preseason. There's a lot of drama that's still brewing. There's a lot of people who are still, gonna have to sign somewhere. I am almost guaranteeing that Stephon Diggs signs with the Commanders instead of Brandon Ayuk. And then I'm going to guess Brandon Ayuk is finally going to be like, wait a minute. That's supposed to be me. And then he's going to say something to Diggs, and Diggs doesn't keep his mouth shut. So he's going to say something to Ayuk. That's going to blow up. Vrabel brought a puppy to the press conference as a way to really smooth things over. So what does the dog know? Something's going to happen there. Lots of stuff. Vikings, do they have a quarterback? They got two. Does that mean they have any? Lots of conversation.
I would have liked if the dog's name was Rossini. Just like keep it
didn't
going.
even ask the dog's name. It might be.
He freezes. He's like, I didn't think of a fake name. Diana. I have one for the season, but I don't know if this counts because it's like an overarching piece. But on the bad end of things, I think we're already talking about it. I certainly think one of the overarching storylines going into this year is who gets Arch.
It's going to turn to that. Arch has to play well first, but that's certainly going to be the conversation to start. And then if he plays well, it's going to blow up. If he doesn't play well, there's going to be somebody who does, because there's so many good quarterbacks in this draft. So it'll be weirder.
And Smith, like I just tank watch in general will be so wild because as we talked about on last week's show, I just think there's like 4 almost protected picks if you can get in the bottom 4.
We'll talk about, we're drafting our losers here. There's just some teams that are very clearly, they just don't have chance. They don't have a chance to compete this year. So like how quickly do they flip that switch to just not competing whatsoever? Like we'll talk about the Cardinals. They just re-signed Jacoby Brissett. Like, what do you do? Like, do you play him now? Because he was too good last year. Why would you play him? Like he could accidentally win you games. Who cares?
Yeah, especially since they're the only team so far who is postured to like openly tank.
Yeah, and
everyone assumes some others will, and we'll talk about those later. But they at least have a facade of like
Right.
maybe we'll try, you know?
Right. Yeah. Even the Browns, because everyone's like, the Browns could tank, but if they do they need a quarterback? You know, if you have 5 quarterbacks, is that enough? Because you could take another.
I think Tank Watch is interesting because even like the Raiders aren't going to compete.
Yeah.
Do you tank one more year and get Smith for,
Yeah.
Mendoza
Absolutely.
to throw to? We talked about the Titans doing that last week too, of like, if you're bad enough and you're one of the only terrible teams who's not taking quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
suddenly you're picking the litter. You could take Smith. There's always some fucking amazing tackle or D lineman in here too. So
Yeah.
it's interesting when probably 3 of the top 5 picks are going to be QBs.
Right. Mm-hmm. The whole first round is very good. So it'll be interesting. We have plenty of time to talk about that in the future. So let's get into our loser draft. I don't have the teams here, but last year,
Don't need them.
it ended up being 95 losses to 78 losses. So I won, which means Jake gets the first pick this year. I believe is how it happened last year. Jake was good with the first few and then or maybe it was vice versa and then completely derailed in the middle, or maybe I was good with the first few and then completely fell apart. I can't remember, but regardless, you get the first pick. We're going to do it snake style. So you get 1, I get 2, you get 2, I get 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're going to do that for 12 teams each.
Yep.
And then we got to trade. There will be 1 trade each, as we know. Obviously, that's a rule that's grandfathered in.
Tradition.
And then we have 2 wheels that we will spin, and we'll talk about it when it's time to spin. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Are our first picks protected?
Yes, we'll do that. First picks are protected. First round 1 protected.
Okay. Love. Because otherwise I was like, I'm not picking the team I'm actually going to pick first, and I'm going to trade them from you. I am going to take first overall, then the team we talked about. Arizona is going to be terrible. So I'm taking the Cardinals first overall. I don't think it's guaranteed they'll be the worst team in football, but I feel pretty strong it's guaranteed they will be one of the 4 worst teams in football.
Yeah, they'll be very, very bad. Along with first picks being protected, we'll do last picks being protected as well. So I can't take like the Rams with my last pick and trade them to you.
Love that. Okay. Smart.
Okay. So my first pick, Arizona is far and away the worst team. I will go with Cleveland. I mean, now they don't have Myles Garrett. What do they got? So, I mean, I can't imagine they're very good. I don't think their head coach is going to last even the full season. So we will see what happens there. Decent division as well. My second pick is where it gets interesting because there's a lot of mediocre teams. But I will go with I'll go with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins stink.
Yeah.
So
terrible. Really bad.
I love Malik Willis. That's why it kind of hurts me. But aside from Malik Willis, they don't really have much other than a running back.
Yeah, and is one of those teams. I totally agree with you. I have 2 teams that I was flipping between of like, if you don't take the Dolphins, I will. Because they say they're trying, but are you? Like, is Malik Willis more than a 1-year solution? I don't think so.
Right.
But I would love to be wrong about that, but it's hard when I don't think the talent around him is great.
No, not at all.
So I think that's a great pick by you. I will go with the other team that I think is in the same boat, where I don't think they're guaranteed to be awful, but I think the effort switch is going to flip to off pretty fast, and that's the New York Jets.
Oof. Against Geno, who I found out had like a sexual assault case against him this offseason or something.
Yeah. I did hear that.
That's got to be false. I can't imagine Geno did that.
I have no comment. I have no idea. But what I do know about the Jets is I talk about no long-term plan anywhere in that locker room. Not coach,
No.
not anyone on the field. And so, like, talk about a team. They might fire people if they start winning.
Yeah, legit. They're a dumpster fire. They're a complete clusterfuck.
Okay. Then I also have two teams who are in similar boats, and I have to pick which one I think is going to do this more so. I'm going to go with the team that's in the better division. I don't think they're going to try and lose, but I think they're young, and I don't think they would mind at all getting a really good pick. The AFC West is really good, so I'm going to pick the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I think clearly last in that division, which there's like a ceiling on wins there at the very least, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, 6 games, are against very good teams, and I'm not sure who their non-divisional opponents are, but I can't imagine they're favored in any more than one game this year. That just doesn't feel likely. So okay, so my first pick will be, or third pick will be the Vikings. I think people,
nice.
I think people are too harsh on the Vikings right now. However, they're still not very good. Like, they traded away their best defensive player. Harrison Smith, I assume, is going to play, but he still hasn't made that decision either. And they have a good offensive line, which is why I'm a little bit hesitant. But aside from that, quarterback's a big question mark. Call of Duty is going to come out at some point, so either they're going to have to play 9 or they're going to have to play Kyler Murray, who has watched 0 film. So I'll go with the Vikings. And then this is a pick I feel like I probably could have waited to make. However, I'm not sure if you watched the recent locker room video from John Harbaugh.
It's terrible. Really,
I think,
really bad.
First off, every team is trying to do their own hard knocks, and they need to stop because they keep burying their own team. Social media departments need to knock it off. I think Harbaugh is getting a little bit too much crap, but that was bad. And now his very young locker room is on social media seeing everybody talk shit about their team and their head coach. So I think this is a situation where the wheels are going to fall off very quickly. And if you tell me, and I like him, I like Jackson Dart, but if you told me Jackson Dart was a second-year bust, that's the least surprising thing I've heard. It would not be surprised. Or Cam Scatabo is a locker room cancer. Could you imagine if that's true? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And who knows how much they'll play? I think that's a really smart pick.
Who knows? Yeah. That team, that's a boomer bust pick. I think they could go on a run and win 10 games, or they could be the first overall pick next year.
I think we're out of known stinkers, by the way. So I think you're really true there to start taking teams you don't believe in, because people will know. We talked about this off air. If you're like, oh my God, not a single NFC South team has gone off the board yet. Yeah. That's because they're a fucking nightmare for this. They screwed me last year because I picked the Buccaneers really early.
I think you picked 3 of them because they could not all these teams are going to be good. That they were all just kind of there at the top. So.
All just a game below 500. I also I picked Seattle very early last year, which basically sealed the deal. I did an excellent middle of the draft, which maybe will happen again. I think there's one more team. I hate the division this is in because maybe they'll just be 500 because who knows. But I think on odds, my next pick should be the Titans for one of my two.
That's what I was deciding between. That's a good pick.
Yeah. And I don't know if they're my true next worst team, but one of my 2 picks was going to be them. So I'll go Titans. I think internally, again, they would if you're not going to compete, why be middling? Get one more great pick and then explode. So just because that might be in their brains, go for it. Although if this season of quarterback has taught me anything, it's that Cam Ward's a psychopath. And I mean that in an endearing way. He seems to really like to win. So maybe he won't give a shit. And then I think it's time for me to pick my first NFC South team that I think will, because I think there's got to be one team in here that's going to tank for a quarterback.
Probably yes. I don't know, but probably yes. Yeah.
And because of that, this is crazy. I'm going to pick the team that I think has the most blow up potential. Like all these teams could be 500. I think maybe there's one team that could, like, if everything went wrong, win 2 games. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm once again picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We saw how bad they were down the stretch last year.
And they should have fired their coach.
Yeah.
And so if they start bad, they fire him and just go, guess what? We don't believe in Baker either.
Yeah.
This is the time to get a new quarterback. Everyone else, like, I don't think what would be the incentive for those other 3 teams to just truly stop trying?
True.
So because of that, I'm going there. But also they might win 11 games. So we'll see. That's the NFC South, baby. So welcome.
It certainly is. I'll take an NFC South team, and it's not one I'm proud of. It's not one you're going to like either. But it is what it is. I'm taking the Panthers.
No, wrong. Super Bowl.
Well, first off, both of their offensive tackles are out for the entire season.
Yeah, that is bad. I did see that. Yeah,
not good. Obviously, Rico Dowdle is on the Steelers now. He was very good last year. Overall, though, the team's not bad. It's just the offensive line's not very good. And if you told me one of these teams should tank for a quarterback, it's probably the Panthers. Bryce Young came back after getting benched and was a little bit better. Was he good? No. So I think the Panthers would certainly benefit from a quarterback. And then my next pick, I have a lot of teams that are kind of all on the same level for me. I will go. I'm going to go with Washington.
It's great. Damn
it. Okay. I don't particularly believe in Jaden Daniels. And they got rid of Von Miller, which says something. I don't know what that says, but it says something.
Yeah.
Their defense still isn't very good. Offensively, I think they're going to get Stephon Diggs, which helps them quite a bit. But even so, or maybe they bite the bullet and get Brandon Ayuk, and then he blows up the team. So I think there's a lot of question marks there. Plus, the division's really good. So I'll take them.
Okay. I told myself coming in, I did a little more research on this than I may have let on, Zach, because I did go back pretty thoroughly and look at my draft last year. The mistake I think I made, if I may learn from it, is I think I took a lot of like teams that I'm like, your ceiling's 500. So therefore I'm like limiting your ceiling. But A, some of those are going to be wrong. And B, even when I was right, great, they still won 7 games or whatever.
Yeah.
So instead, I think I'm going to go for riskier picks at this point that might just be awful rather than 500, and just know that some of them are going to be wrong. And because of that, I am going to take the Chiefs.
Ooh, okay.
My next pick. Mahomes isn't going to play for a while.
He'll play week 1.
He won't be himself for a while. Is that fair? How do we feel
Maybe
about
he's
that?
fully cleared for training camp, but sounds good.
Okay. Fuck. All right. Well, whatever. I'm sticking to my guns. Travis Kelce looks like a fucking boat out there, and I feel confident about that. So, they're just
Eric Bieniemy's brother killed his mom.
Yes.
Son killed his mom. I don't know.
That locker room might just combust.
Yeah.
And they're just counting on Xavier Worthy to be great.
Yeah. And Rashee Rice, could he get in trouble? Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I doubt my pick a lot more than I did a moment ago, and I thought that I'd at least have a few games without Mahomes, but maybe I will anyway. But
who knows?
Kiss of death probably, and they'll be back in the Super Bowl. But I wanted another AFC West team, and I feel good about that. And then I do not yet have a few divisions represented, but looking at the board, one of these teams is going to be bad. I just got to pick one of them. I'm going to pick a NFC North team, and one of these teams is going to win. No, I almost did it, Zach. I almost did the thing. Commit to it. Who could
Yeah.
blow up and just be awful? Detroit.
Yes.
I'm picking Detroit next. I certainly think the Bears and the Packers could be worse than Detroit. If we do division winners, I might pick Detroit. But thinking of who could just have everything fall off, I don't see that happening to Green Bay or Chicago. I just think their worst case scenario is like, is their worst case scenario 6 wins? Like that would be awful. But like for our purposes, not the worst. And the Lions, again, the Jared Goff experiment could die at any time.
Yeah, it certainly could. Certainly could.
We'll see. Not wishing for it. That's the one I like the least so far. But okay, a round from hell for me. Let's see how you feel about your picks next.
I mean, I don't feel great either. We're getting in a weird spot.
Yeah.
I will go with a team again. I think they're kind of boom or bust, but I just don't think they're good. So I'm going to go with the Colts.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones also just got cleared, so it sounds like he's probably good to go for week 1, coming off an Achilles tear. But offensive line's pretty good. Defense not good. I think they traded away their best receiver in Michael Pittman Jr. That's who I would have called their best receiver. So I just don't really believe in them at all. And again, they could certainly fire their head coach middle of the year. Jim Irsay's daughter could take over as head coach. I'm not sure what's going on.
Jeff Saturday.
Honestly, here's hoping. That would be incredible.
He deserves another shot. Yeah.
He does. He absolutely does. Let's bring him back as DC this time. Let's just keep bringing him back in different rooms.
Yeah, Ryan Clark. What's his shot?
True. Absolutely. He's got spare time now. There's some really weird teams. I'm going to go with...
I think there's 2 teams staring at us, and I'm just wondering which one of us is going to pick our side of the coin first.
I'm taking the Packers.
Oh, I knew you had that in your heart. That was not who I was talking about, but yeah, you go for it.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. And I if I could have taken 3 teams, I would have. Packers probably out or without Micah Parsons for 2 months. That's not great. And then there's zero depth on this team whatsoever. So first off, if Josh Jacobs gets hurt, they're royally fucked.
Yeah.
And then the offensive line's very bad. So I don't like the Packers really whatsoever.
Yeah, I think that's smart. It was between them and Detroit for me. So I like that a lot. We still have a few picks to make here. I'm staring at the barrel of New Orleans and Atlanta can't stay on this board too much longer. I'm looking at all these playoff teams and I'm like, I just don't know what to make of you. So I can't believe I'm doing this because Atlanta's probably the team I believe in the least. But again, I'm going by my logic of like, Atlanta does not die. They just like kind of win 5 games or 6 games and call it a year.
Yeah.
I think people really like New Orleans and Tyler Shell. I'm going to call BS on it for the sake of this. I'm going to pick New Orleans next.
That's fair.
Because again, it's all fun and games until New Orleans has a chance to pick Archie's grandkid.
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
not good at all.
No. So like that's very on the table. And now who's the team I just want to call BS on? Because now we're at the point that's like all these teams are like in theory playoff teams.
Right. Yeah, this should be the playoffs if we did our job correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if this is there's a team on here I hate more than some of the rest, but I'm going to call BS pretty easily on prove it, Jacksonville. Fucking prove it, Liam Cohen. You're next. Everyone's just like, they're good. Are they? Do we just have all accepted Trevor Lawrence is good now?
Right. I love that pick. I thought about making that pick every single round since the Giants. What?
Well, we have time to talk about it because you have to fix your storage.
Nothing has happened since doing this. Like, how would I have gotten less storage since being here? Those people are emailing me the biggest files of all time.
Your storage is hanging on by a thread because it's like one text box at a time is sending it over the edge. But yeah, I mean, Jacksonville's in the AFC South, right? So again, what I don't like about this pick is how do the wheels totally fall off? But like people just think they're going to be good. And
Right.
I don't think we thought they were good until like week 14 last year.
No, they definitely weren't. So, yeah, I think that's a very good pick there.
This is where it's fun, by the way, because now it's just us talking about good teams and being like, what if everything goes wrong?
True. I can, in good conscience, keep a team with Tua, who's going to start at quarterback, on the board. Like, we need to take Tua out in several ways. I mean that in every way possible. So I'm going to go with the Falcons there, and then
Smart.
and
okay. Stopped me from the hell of having 3 NFC South teams on my list.
True.
So,
True. That doomed you before. Yeah, I think these are all pretty damn good teams now. So I will go with I'm going to go with the Bengals. Like, if it can go wrong, it usually will. So I'm just going to go with the Bengals.
Yeah, and I think their ceiling's not that high. So I like that pick a lot. I think where we are in the draft, I feel pretty good about my 2 picks because I think I have there's 3 that kind of fit in this boat. I'll pick the one that I think is the most obvious that I'm like, you just might be really bad. We're not that confident on San Francisco. They weren't good. Health is always an issue. They're just very well coached. So is this just the year health doesn't work out at all? And even then, there's a world where they're not bad, but they're just worse than all these guys. So for this point in the draft, I think that's fine. And then head over heart. We'll do head. We'll do head at this point, and I will take the last NFC North team. I'm going to take the Bears because we don't know if they're going to win that division. And I don't know. There's a world where the Vikings aren't that bad, and Caleb Williams doesn't progress like we think he will, and their O-line's not as sturdy. And, yeah, it just goes to shit in a good division. So I don't love that pick. I wish I could be like, I fucking hate the Bears. They're going to lose. I don't feel that way. But just a tough division. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Schedule's tough too.
Yeah.
I will go. So these are my final 2 picks, and you have one more.
Yes.
I'll go with the Steelers. I like them. I hope the best for them, but I think their ceiling is clearly capped. And typically it's capped right at about 1 game above 500. So, like, I just don't think the Steelers are going to kill me. For my final pick, I'm deciding between 2 in the AFC. Texans' offensive line is so bad, but their defense is so scary.
So good. Yeah.
And then the Chargers,
I know,
always get hurt. I'll go with the Chargers. They're going to get hurt.
I was going to say, Zach, you have a comfortable 9-win team on your books. True. Nothing wrong with that. You know, we know what they are. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take Houston. I'm going to leave them. So you'll have that. I am. They're still on the board. I won't leave them up here. I can't do it. Fuck you, Dallas. Welcome to the team. Sure. I want nothing but bad things for you. And I'm just waiting for the day that we all get to go back to the world where we could talk about, is Dak good? I hate that we don't get to talk about it anymore because he's played too well. You know?
That's very true. Yeah, that's a good point. We were all very much like, Dak's not good. He's the most overpaid quarterback. And then what happened? He got hurt, and then he came back, and then we all liked him. I don't really understand.
Yeah, we're like, the Cowboys or whatever, but, you know, Dak's great. He just can't perform in the postseason. Is that his legacy? Is that he's not a good – I don't know. I just don't – I don't think there's a world where they are awful. They're my last pick, but I'm rooting against them. I also think a year ago, everyone was like, Brian Schottenheimer fucking sucks. And now we're like, was he the best hire last year? So we'll see.
Well, they have like the worst defense in the league last year. And you know what they went out and did? Traded for Rashawn Gary. So it's not like I have that much confidence that they're going to be outstanding on defense, you know?
Yeah, that's very fair. That had to be like, do you think that was an inside scoop from our boy Kenny Clark? He's like, I like Gary.
Yeah,
Freaking bit.
he's cool. Let's get
Yeah.
him here. Okay, so Cleveland, Arizona, Chargers, Dallas, off the board. We
Nice.
cannot trade for them. I'll let you swap one of your teams with one of mine, and then I'll do the same with you. And then we got 2 wheels to spin, which will get things even crazier. If you like your team now, Jake, don't worry. It's going to be very different in a second.
I know. Not to make things harder for you, so you tell me to go if you want me to. I think you should swap first because I got to pick first.
Okay, that's fine. I will swap. I think this is what happened last year too. I should want to get rid of the Steelers. Why would I not want to do that? But I kind of want to keep them now.
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'll give you the Steelers because I want to root for them, and I will take the Raiders from you.
Yeah, that's smart. It's a great pick. You want the Raiders instead of the Jets. I do think that's interesting.
I believe in Geno so much. I think Geno's going to be fine. Should I? No. And does that matter? Probably not. But I have a vested interest in Geno's success this year. So,
I actually feel very similarly because I don't want Miami because I want to be. I want Malik Willis to be good. Yeah. I know who I'm giving up. I tried to put on a brave face. You talked me out of them immediately. Kansas City apparently is going to have Patrick Mahomes right away. So I don't want them on my team anymore. I'm going to send them over, and I want the Giants. I think the wheels could just totally go. Like, they could win one game.
Yeah, 100%. Harbaugh could be fired immediately.
Yeah, I don't think Minnesota's ever that bad.
No.
Well, and the Giants might just be like, we believe in Harbaugh and nothing else. Like, give him carte blanche. Let Harbaugh draft Arch or whoever.
Yeah, it's possible.
So, yeah, I more so pick them because I have reasons for not taking Miami or Minnesota. As much as I want bad things for Minnesota, I'll let you have them.
Sure. Okay. Different approach with Minnesota this year. Okay.
No, I like Kyler. I like Kyler more than 9. You know, I don't want bad things for Kyler.
How could anyone want something bad for 9? So what we're going to do now is, if anyone's played Mario Party, this is called Chance Time. So we got a division on the board here for all of them. I'm going to spin the wheel twice, and Jake's going to do the same thing. The first spin that I do, that division is a player or a team from my team I have to trade away. So if I land on AFC West, I will have to trade either the Chiefs or the Raiders or the Chargers to Jake. And then the second division is, that division I get to choose from Jake. He'll get to do the same thing to me. If for some reason I land on a division that either I don't have or he doesn't have for his pick, then nothing happens. Okay? Yep. That makes sense?
Yep.
Okay, so this is for me. A player from my team, AFC West. Okay, there you go. So I will give you the Chargers.
Okay.
In exchange for AFC South. Okay. So Chargers for the Titans.
Yeah, it's great. Okay.
We'll do that swap. And then, so again, the teams we traded initially, we can trade those again too.
Yeah.
If you want.
I'm where I've always wanted to be, by the way, which is rooting against Justin Herbert. So
honestly, welcome. That's where I'm at. Everyone was like, it's Herbert versus Tua. Which side do you like? And I hated both. So, okay. So, division for you that you're trading away. Ooh, AFC West again. So, you could trade. There's tradesies, backsies here. There's no rules. So, you got to trade an AFC West, which gives you. Is it just the Chargers?
Never mind. Yeah, they have to go back to you. Okay.
I get the Chargers back in exchange for.
Give it to me. AFC South.
Almost back. AFC North. So it could be the Bengals.
It could be a lot of people, Zach, but it's going to be Cleveland. Come
Oh,
home. Come
yeah,
home.
yeah. There's no rules.
Yeah.
There's no rules. So yeah. Chargers. Okay.
My absolute luck, Shadur will be fucking amazing.
True. Or Deshaun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you rooting for Deshaun now? Is that what you want to happen? Success.
I'm not saying I'm rooting for him. I'm saying he could be good. So now this wheel has the teams that we did not draft. Whoever we land on, we also have to take. So going on my team is going to be the Seahawks. Great. I'll take them. Boom. And then for you,
there's a world they're much worse. No one's
100%.
talking about it.
I think they'll be good, but you're completely right. And you get the Ravens, which again, we've seen Lamar get hurt and then they do nothing. So
yeah, I guess that's the answer is he just doesn't play. Yeah.
Honestly, I think you have the better shot this year. I think you have.
Don't set me up that way. The Cleveland pick really helps. The Cleveland pick really helps. Yeah. At least you got Tennessee out of that spin.
Yes.
Like they could be bad.
Boy. But I mean, honestly, Dallas could completely fall off. I think Baltimore is not going to completely fall off, but there's a chance that they finish third in that division.
Yeah, I guess that's the hope for. I mean, Seattle could finish third.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. But Arizona is going to be drastically worse.
Well, this is the thing. Arizona might be way worse than any other team in football. But record-wise, what's that mean? 2 less wins, you know?
That's big, though. That's big. So we will revisit this throughout the entire season as we did last year. This has been one of the more competitive things that we do. And for some reason, one of the more fun things we keep track of.
Yes.
We're rooting against everyone except for the Rams, Broncos, Texans, Patriots, Bills, and Eagles. Hopefully they all go on to have undefeated seasons, you know? You are muted for some unknown reason. I will do the rest of the show myself. If Jake gets unmuted before I sign off, then great. I think he's back. Are you back?
It's going to be a bad microphone.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Any final thoughts for the people as we exit our FlurrySports summer here?
I think one last rule that people can look forward to.
You were gone again.
And I'll say it into this good microphone.
Okay.
I'll be working.
He's now saying it into the bad microphone. It was sounding okay before, but now it's sounding bad. You can just say it.
Gate. I want to swap these. I think we should get to swap each of us in week 8.
Okay. How do we determine it?
I think we should do one swap with any of the teams. We'll do the wheel again with the teams we did.
You broke up a little bit. We're going to do, you can swap with any team that we did not draft. Is that what you said?
Yeah, on a wheel.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Also, I think we should add a random rule. Like if one of these teams does this, if there's a tie by week 8, I feel like we got to get rid of them. I hate ties. We can't have a tie in our final record. So, we have to swap a tie with the wheel. And
I think, how's that sound? Are we back?
Sounds good.
Great. I think if a team finishes 500, their record shouldn't count at all for you.
I mean, it kind of doesn't, right? Or no, I guess it does still. So
them complete
just by week 8 or for the season?
Year. So we're like rooting for like a team to finish 500 because then they just get removed from our total.
Okay. So then if they do tie, then we keep them still because we're rooting for the even record.
Perfectly even record. Correct.
Oh, okay. So week eight swap with the wheel. Perfect 500 cancels out.
I think the only thing the tie helps with is the 500. I think otherwise we ignore it.
Okay, and then we have to add one final Von Miller clause. So if Von Miller joins one of the teams that we chose,
Add a win.
what happens? It's got to be bigger in either direction. I don't know which one, but something significant has to happen.
If Von Miller joins one of the teams we pick, I think that means we get a free trade with the other guy.
Sure. Yeah, true. Von Miller's up to something. So,
but the week Von Miller joins, of course.
Yes. Right. 100%. So Von Miller joins our team, get a free trade. Okay. It sounds like if he comes back, it'll be with the Bills. So if that's the case, nothing happens. But if he chooses one of our teams, then, I mean, all hell breaks. Maybe we redraft the whole thing.
I don't know, Zach. Sources have been telling me that the Packers are running out of reasons to call him.
Ooh, that's a very, very good point. Gouda Kids is like, we have 2 reasons left. We cannot let this list go completely empty because then that means we have to call him. We have to call St. Omni. We have to call all of the enigmas of the NFL at this point, which I assume all roads lead back to Jerry Jones, and it's just another Jerry Jones trade at that point. But maybe not. But this is our loser draft. This is Flurry Sports Summer. We will be back September 1st for our first official show for season 13. And if you want to hang out with us on Saturday night to watch SummerSlam, to watch Brock Lesnar's final match, allegedly, come hang out. It'll be fun. See you then.
See you then.
Jokes with sports insight. Zach and Jake, they get it right. Fuck yeah!